You think he's... Oh. How would they react if he showed up?
I just want to slap them in the face, really.
Well, they didn't say anything bad. Let's just see how they react if... Oh, do you think it's him?
Hello?
Hey, Mom.
Jesse. It's Jesse.
How about you doing?
We've been better.
Yeah.
How's Jake? Can I say hi to him?
Jake's on a band trip to London, thank God.
Jesse,
where are you?
Quit running and get some help.
No one is trying to hurt you, son. Better you come forward on your own. It'll be safer for you. Better all around.
You remember where we used to have those picnics?
It was years ago, by the little lake, the one with all the ducks.
Yeah?
Do you think you guys could come get me, maybe? We're on our way.
Hey, and,
I don't know if it'll mean much to you, but you did your best.
and whatever happened with me, it's on me, okay? Nobody else.
Oh, you guys get them to leave so you can go to the house.
Because, I mean, telling them where he was, that's like an invitation for them bringing the cops. So, if he was not sure of their reaction, he would have just showed up to the house, you know? I hate that they're going anyway. Like, this is... Well, I don't hate that they're going, but I hate that...
So he's there.
I hate that this has to happen. I hate that this is the relationship they have now. The conversation was so different from the last one they had with him. He's literally like taking the blame off of them instead of pushing it onto them like he used to do.
He changed.
Like, I mean, as much as I understand why they're trying to have him give himself up for this, I'm like, he spent too long in the cage already. Do you really think he wants to go back there? And I mean, Jack's gang had people they knew in prison. So if he ends up in prison, he's a dead man.
Jake's birthday.
Or nothing. Ooh.
What?
Oh. Okay, it's better than stealing from his parents. It's a lot better than stealing from his parents, especially since they helped the guys keeping him locked up. So
Yeah, straight down on the right. Look for the sign. Oh yeah, I got you.
oh shit.
They're here!
They're here. There's a lot of people in there. Holy shit! Oh fucking hell! Can't ever be easy, ever. Although I wouldn't make a good movie if everything went perfectly well.
All right, done.
Oh shit, you're done. Been here 20 minutes. What'd you do?
Had a fish plate up here. One in the middle, one down at the end.
Added a what?
Fish plate.
Bro, I'm not like impugning on your precious welding skills. It's just we have a unique situation here.
That's how they met.
Tried to rabbit on us once already. I'm thinking he's gonna figure out a way to break this thing.
You kidding me? Him?
$50 says he breaks this thing right here, right now. 50 plus. Then you gotta put up more of those, what you call them, gussets? No charge. All right, working. This is it. It's the acid test. Go for it. Now! Go! 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 Hit hard! Hey, what are you slowing down for? What are you slowing down for? Hit it!
Oh my god, that must have hurt so much.
$50 right on you. I gotta eat this month. I'm gonna John Henry this bitch, you know? Now go. Go! Go!
Pulling at his middle and stuff. Maybe they would have done that if he didn't touch the DEA.
You try to escape, you try to break it. Call back. You're not a beetle. Remember me, jackass? I'm back.
I need more money. I'd appreciate you helping me out. All I need is 1,800. I'm asking as a favor.
You saw him locked up, maybe.
1,800.
You can take pity on him?
Why not an even $2,000? You know, nice round number.
1,800's all I need.
What is that? Let me see that thing. Show me. Oh my God! Is that a 22? You brought a 22? Jesus! Where'd you get that thing?
I think it was my grandfather's.
Oh, well, it's adorable. My third is in a duffel bag in the top drawer of that file cabinet. What do you say? Your 22 against my 45. Winner takes all.
Oh, that's the trailer.
Wild West.
Yeah. Like the Wild West.
What? Come on.
Oh! Okay.
But he's got another gun.
True.
I knew it! But there's another gun right behind you, so be careful. Ah! Oh! Oh! Shit! You got hit?
He did train with Mike, right?
What?
He did train with Mike, right?
Train? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I knew he had the other gun.
I shouldn't be excited for people dying, but I am.
Relax.
Piece of shit left him locked out. He could have helped out.
Just do it.
I thought he got shot, but he seems to be okay.
It looks okay, yeah.
Thinking ahead, dude. Yeah.
I got way more money than he used to.
But that's the thing. Like, you put one in the front where they could all see it, so their focus was on that gun and not his pockets. To explain the bodies. Nothing left behind. You go, man. Genius.
Well, he needed to take after his teacher, I guess.
Make your teacher proud. I don't think he cares about that.
Do you miss me?
When is that? You think it's after the 4 days out? 4 days out?
I don't know.
That's Walter. Oh. When was that?
Too, buddy.
I'm glad he came back for this. Looks just
Beginning of the
same.
series because the goal
Yeah, I
is
know,
not
I
the
know.
same.
And I think he was maybe talking to Jane.
Maybe. Jarvis said there, so yeah, definitely Jane.
Your family is gonna get every dime they got coming to them, Mr. White. No matter how long it takes. Hey, Dre. Seriously.
Oh. Before Gus, before all the shit hit the fan. Well, all of it, because...
Say you went to college. What would you study, you think? Huh? What interests you? Sports medicine? Yeah. That's... Or business. Business and marketing.
He's a good one at that.
You could practically teach that class. Oh, yeah. I mean, you'd be a natural.
Oh, why did everything have to go so bad? Oh. This show's called Breaking Bad.
You're really lucky, you know.
At that time, yeah.
You didn't have to wait your whole life to do something special.
Cooking meth is special.
For him it was.
Or maybe he's talking about doing something that makes him feel alive.
Makes him feel important.
Yeah.
Got him a car, he's ready.
You made it.
Well, not yet, but he's close. Turtleneck. Sorry, I've never been a fan of turtlenecks.
I'm a little sick.
You think it's for Brock?
I'm going to Mexico City in about a month. I'll mail it from there.
Yeah, it's for Brock.
Anyone else you want to say goodbye to? Good luck, Mr. Driscoll.
Last frontier. It is for Brock.
Oh. He might have explained what happened to his mom in the letter.
I mean, he cared about him, so... Oh. She didn't change at all either.
I've gone where the universe takes me my whole life. It's better to make those decisions for yourself.
Sorry about the cat.
Well, at least one of them had a good ending.
You genius man!
What do you have to say about it?
Oh. I'm happy. Oh my god, I'm really happy. I'm not crying.
You know what I thought? We didn't see it, but I remember the teaser when we saw Skinny Pete with
the
police officers.
Yeah.
And he had a beard and stuff. And I thought after seeing the movie that he went into custody and they keep him there until he talked about where Jesse was. And he never said anything.
Yes,
never.
I mean, his friends, like, for all their flaws and stuff, they really pulled through for him in that moment. Oh my god. He made it! Oh. I really like that they did this. You know when they do a movie like years after, when they do a follow-up to a show like this, there's always a chance that they're gonna mess it up somehow. There's always a chance that it's gonna be too much. Some people could say this movie is not necessary, but I feel like it's so well done. I feel like it's perfect. It's not too much. Like, it's not like he went against like the big bad guy. Like, he didn't go after one huge enemy. It's really just him trying to pull through. And the Grisou, calice.
C'est faux, je peux pas nourrir.
Non, il est pas l'heure.
Colon.
He pulled through, and I love that. First of all the callbacks, the people coming back. They said there was gonna be like about 10 people coming back for this. We had Kenny, sorry. We had Walter. We had the vacuum guy, the parents, Jane, Badger, and Skinny Pete. Who am I missing?
I don't remember correctly.
And another guy, unless that's the last guy's Jesse, but all these callbacks. And at the beginning, we saw the Gus's place. We saw where Saul used to have his office. The parents' house. We go back there. The pit. I love that they showed us some of the things that happened in the pit.
Oh my gosh, I want to cry when I saw this.
And I mean the callback, Alaska. You know, when Jesse first talked about Alaska in Breaking Bad, it felt like such a Jesse answer. Like, who would think about Alaska? Only this guy. For him to know.
I was a bit surprised that he thought about going to Alaska in the first place.
For this to be Mike's idea.
Now I understand why he decided to go there.
Oh my god. And I mean, what he told them, like, no way you can make this right. What you've done is going to stay with you for the rest of your life. What you can do is learn how to live with it. And coming from a guy from, like, Mike who's I mean, he's done some crazy shit. He knows what he's talking about. So I feel like it was the perfect last words. Well, and not the last words, because I don't know if they saw each other after that, but they were talking about leaving, so that's before they told Walter, we're out, both of us. But you see the bond, and you see how it stayed with them. Like, everything he's been through, every person he's met, they kept with him, you know. He kept something from each and every one of them. Like, it's so precious that even in the end, he's thinking of Jane, of what she told him. Thinking of Walt basically reminding him that he could have gone to college. Like, we love Jesse. We love the character. We just love him. So we keep defending him, but we're not dumb enough to say that he never deserved any of that. He never.
Well, okay. Technically, no one deserved that kind of treatment.
Yeah, I think I did the wrong. I said the wrong word, but
he got what he. You rip what you sow?
Yeah, he went there on his own. And I
can say that, yeah.
Which guy? I think it's the vacuum guy. Yeah, the vacuum guy, when he said, like, I mean, you made your choices. You took your own decisions. And with Jesse's, like, they kept me in the pit. They made me watch when they killed Andrea. And the guy's like, I know this is harsh, but don't play the pity card with me. You could try with the cops, but not with me. It's not gonna work. Because, I mean, God, all I know is that you chose that path. And it's not as harsh as it is to hear it. Whenever we're talking about Walt versus Jesse, or who's to blame and stuff in Breaking Bad, there's always this argument coming back, like, Jesse made his own choices. But gosh, does he know that now. So he made his decisions. So this when he's living through this, when he's, you know, suffering and stuff, he knows that that's on him. Yes, he did not deserve the pit. He did not deserve Todd and the uncle and stuff. No one deserves that. But it's still his choices that led him there. Especially when we know that, just like Walter, way back in the day, he had chances. He could have left. Like, especially when now we know he had his diploma and stuff. Like Walter said, he could have gone on to college. He could have became something else. But he made the choice. I mean, we talked about this so many times. Jesse as a character, I don't think he ever felt that he was enough. I don't think he felt he deserved anything better. Because he was just a screw up. Like, I mean, he did not apply himself. He did not succeed like his brother did. His parents were always overachievers, and he was not the perfect son they could have had. So for him, I think he kind of gave up early on in his life. He went like, you know what, I'm already a screw up. I don't want to be anything else. So why not just stop lying to myself and be what I'm supposed to be, which is that. But and after that, he became good at making the meth, and so that was his escape, kinda something
You're
he was
glad
good
he
at.
became good at doing the meth.
No, I'm saying after that he became good at it, and it was the thing that, you know, his relationship with Walter kept him in it, and his need for acknowledgement, and his need to be good at something, to finally be worth something when he's doing the thing he's good at. And now it's over. He's never going to go back to that. I'm guessing he's traumatized enough not to go back to that. He's got a fresh start. He can just be whoever he wants to be.
Sport medicine. I would have thought for sure that I said drawing or tattooing or something.
I'm really
related
surprised.
to art, but
it was never even an option in his mind. He never talked about this, so of course it's surprising. But and I mean, what he told his parents on the phone. By the way, I really wanted this to happen. Like, I really wanted the parents to be in this movie, and
I'm glad they were. But I'm a bit disappointed.
You wished you could have seen
I
them?
don't know if it's because I'm a huge positive girl, and I hope that even though that he done some shitty stuff and it was a disappointment most of the time for them, they still want good for him.
They do. The parents are a tricky subject with me because, every time we see them, because we love Jesse so much, we tend to support him, and although we try to understand the parents, we don't really go towards on their side of the argument often, and not naturally. We have to take a breather and try to think objectively on it. But now I'm watching the show with my friend right now, and we recently watched the episode where he goes back home and his parents find a joint in his room and they kick him out, and I see how they act with him, and now I can just take away my emotions from this scene because I've seen it before. So I look at that scene and I noticed that Dad was crying when they kicked him out. That's something I did not notice the first time. So to see him cry, and now to see them on the phone talking to him, and you feel the emotion, okay? You totally feel it, and you're like, yeah, right now they're telling him give yourself up, but I feel like it's not because they don't care. It's on the contrary, it's because they do care. It's just that it's been so hard for them to see other ways to go at it. And I mean, what would you say? Like, would you want your son to be on the run for the rest of his life? You don't know what he can do. You don't know if he has money. You don't know if people are looking after him aside from the police. You don't want him to be like living like a rat for the rest of his days. You want him to have at least security. You want this to be over. You want him to stop hurting other people or stop being hurt by people. So for these guys, knowing their lives, knowing how their living style and stuff, makes a lot of sense that they would say, go to the police. And that's the obvious answer. You did some crazy shit. You've been through crazy shit. They can help you. They can give you a therapist to talk to. They can put you someplace where you can atone for your sins and stuff. But they cared. I think the emotion was there.
Okay. I know they cared. I know that it's hard for them knowing what their oldest is doing and what he went through. Mm-hmm. But I'm sorry, but I really think it's unfair that they kept putting his little brother over him.
They didn't do that in the movie.
In a sense, they didn't directly did it. But if you look through the house, they only showed us pictures of his younger brother.
They did not paint over Jesse's side of the door where you see how tall he got as he grew older. You didn't notice? There was Jake with how tall he was, and then right next to him there was Jesse. Didn't cover that up.
Yeah, but
they kept and if you remember from the show, they kept his room same way as it used to be, with the pictures, with his drawings on the walls. And like Jake said, they keep talking about him.
Yeah.
They agreed. I mean, no, even though it kind of destroyed their image, they agreed to do these interviews where they talked about him. It's not like they said on live TV, go fuck yourself, son, we don't care, you're no son of ours.
I guess that I might have been less disappointed if the password for the safe would have been maybe Jesse's birthday, maybe, like, but it was Jake. Or at least put the mom's birthday, not one of your son.
Well, I mean, Jake is there as well, you know. It's not we care about Jesse, but Jake is still one
I
of their
know
sons.
that Jake is there, but sorry guys, it's just me. Sorry.
It's okay. We don't agree on something, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, I think that I would have loved for them to see him for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna keep reading on fanfictions about that. I swear, there's not much, guys. Guys, write fanfictions about them meeting with their son. But anyway,
I'm just glad too that he didn't. Well, he kind of did rob them of weapons, but not of money.
Yeah, I'm actually really happy he did that. I was. The other one is more like a revenge thing, but if there is one person who doesn't deserve them, and I mean, it's not like he tried to rob them. He asked them really nicely, just give me what I need. I don't even care, like, keep the rest. I just want my 1800, and that's it. He was open about it. He was really nice about it. It's the other guy who kind of said, oh, let's do a shootout over this. And he's like, all right, bitch.
I learned from the best. Mike?
Yeah. Oh, that thing he did with the other gun, that was genius. And I mean...
and that's a callback to Walter's gun, too.
In his pocket?
Yeah.
True. And it's the same type of gun, the little gun.
Yep.
You don't pack a punch with it, like, it's subtle and
Imagine
stuff.
if Jesse finds what's furniture on the table because he wants to shoot from...
He practices. He practiced. But that was cool. And especially the callbacks to everything that happened. But... finishing with what I was saying with the parents, I feel like it's really important that he said, you tried your best. Everything that happens to me from now on, it's on me. It's important because he's acknowledging that his parents did not they did not turn him into this. And that's one thing he did not do. Last time he saw his mom, he was like saying, oh, you're putting me on the street. Nice job, Mom. Like, he was putting the blame on her. And I mean, as a kid, being put on the street by your parents, like, you feel like you've been abandoned, but you're hangry, so you don't realize that you're not really leaving them with a choice here. True, they do have a choice, but he's not making it easy, and he did put them through a lot. So for him to just acknowledge that what I do, that's my fault. It's important because he needed to stop putting the blame on other people. He was putting the blame on Walter. He was putting the blame on his parents. He was putting the blame on every single person he ever met. So for him to do that, I think it's the first step towards finally being capable of living with that and healing. And
You think that is why we saw a couple of flashback when he was at peace with these people like Mike, Walter, Jane?
When he was, before the shit hit the fan, you mean?
Yeah, because he kind of make peace with what happened.
I think it's nice to see, it's not like he's ever going to be over some of the things that he went through.
No, he got a couple of months, even years of therapy on,
he's
bangs.
Obviously he has massive PTSD, and it's not like,
oh,
he can't even take a shower correctly without thinking about this, and that's why you see he shaved and he changed his he cut his hair as well. That's because he can't look at himself without thinking that's what I've become, that's what they turned me into. Mike's death, I think it's nice for him to remember a time where he was alive and thinking about the future, thinking about when he talked about the future with him, thinking about what he told him about Alaska. Walter, I think that was one of the best memories he had of Walter. The 4 days out, that was a good episode, and that was one time before everything else happened. That was when they truly hung out. They had time up, yeah,
within each other,
and they did go to the hotel, separate rooms, of course. They had a good time, and that was a good moment for him. But of course, he was not like, he was still taking drugs, and he was not really. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that was going to happen after this, but yet it's like he remembered a time where he was at peace with these people, and he'd rather remember these moments and what they meant to him now that he has a chance to move on with his life. He'd rather remember this and take, his cues from them at that moment. Walter talking to him about the future. What do you want to be? When you go, you could go to college and stuff. Yeah, so maybe that's what he's going to do. Maybe that's what he's going to try to do now that he has a new identity. He could still go to college. It's not too late. And Jane talking about just leaving everything behind and just, you know, facing life and taking the day one after the other, like they taking every day like this.
Maybe you were right though. If he could went back in time, he might have gone with Jane. Maybe.
I
don't know. You thought about
I was
Andrea.
talking about Andrea. I feel like Jane was the love of his life, but Andrea was giving him a family, so it's different. Of course, Andrea was perfect, and he kind of helped her along because he gave her money for a new house, and he gave her a chance at a new start. But now with how Jesse is now, maybe he would feel so bad about what happened to Andrea that he would not be capable of going back with her if he had the chance. He'd rather go with Jane because they're both broken. So he felt maybe more of a connection with Jane. And like I said, Andrea was giving him everything he felt good about, but something maybe he doesn't feel he deserves anymore. So I don't know. We'll never know because that's not gonna happen. But
well, he's heading towards a new start, so new girlfriend, new family, new futures ahead.
If he allows himself to, which I feel like he's up to a good start.
I'm just glad though that at least one of the characters that we love got a happy ending. And no, Saul is not a happy ending. His life is growing, doing
I know.
roles.
We're not done with Better Call Saul. Some stuff could happen still, but
I know.
I feel like I'm really happy this movie happened. I guess
it's a nice conclusion.
Yes, I'm fangirling here, but the way Jesse left us in Breaking Bad, he was broken, and of course, you know, his last scream, he was laughing and crying, but then his scream was so full of anguish, and the fact that when we got back to him there, it wasn't a scream of happiness, like it was a scream of the shit I've been through. It's still in there, like I need to let it out. I can't, because he's never been able to. You saw how he was with Todd. Holy shit, guy is crazy. It makes it worse for me thinking that Todd was acting like this the whole time, because like I said in the movie, when you're facing a guy like Jack or Kenny, someone who's forcing you to hurt yourself, someone who's hurting you and mocking you and laughing at your attempts to stand up on your own 2 feet and do something,
it's easy to despise them and be angry at them.
And Todd, he obviously hates the guy, of course, but he's the only one being nice to him in this place. He's offering him pizza and stuff, and you know when he's finally facing him with a gun, he needs to shoot him, but I think he remembers in that moment that yes, he hates the guy, but if he kills him, then first he's gonna be stuck with once again another body to deal with. Like he's gonna be a murderer once more, which is something he's always struggled with. He's not good at killing people, so there's that. Even though he did kill him in the end, but that was his second chance, so don't waste it. But that first time, if he kills him, that's once again guilt on top of guilt. I killed another guy, even though he kind of deserved it. There's that. Then after that, there's the fact that out of all these guys, he's the only one that's taking care of him. He's the only one that's being nice to him. He's offering him pizza and stuff. So
cold beer too. That's
why I'm saying it's so confusing when you have a captor like him who takes care of you, offers you cigarettes, just talks to you,
petting you, grooming you correctly.
It was crazy disturbing because he's treating him like a dog. But in all this hurt, this pain, and these conditions, it's the only gesture of affection he probably knows. So it's impossible for him to ignore that, not in the moment, you know? And I think even then, it must have been easier for him to kill Todd because he was facing away. So, this makes it hard for him. And it's worse because...
Don't forget also that, yes, he could have killed Todd. He could have killed Todd back then, but Jax and his mans were still outside.
He could have taken the car and taken Brock and left. You know, he could have done something. But, or go to the police and tell them anything. But he would have protected Brock in the end, but... The chance was there. Like, he could have definitely tried, but I think it's not his head that made him not pull the trigger. I think it was his emotional problems, his heart, the fact that right now he was weak and he just desperately needed attention. Cause holy shit, he was dehumanizing him, you know, making him help with the body, knowing that he could probably be next. You don't know how to react with Todd. He was doing it correctly, like try to stay nice with him, just answer his questions, don't antagonize him, because he's the one feeding him, he's the one taking care of him, so...
You don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Never, especially in his condition. But Todd was making it worse because, like I said, taking care of him like that, kind of giving him just enough freedom for him to maybe not feel like a prisoner, but then he gets reminded at every turn that he is a prisoner and he's not getting out of this. It's harsh for him. It's harsh for his personality. He is soft. He's a kid. Holy shit.
Well, he's our age.
No, he's not. He's older than us.
A little bit more older, but he's still our age.
He still lacks life experience. Anyway, I love all the actors coming back. Like I said, Todd did put on some weight, but
yeah, they tried to hide it in a few shots.
Hide it? Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. Like, it's still Todd. I still hate the guys. I'm okay.
Oh man, speaking of camera shot.
Oh, good Lord.
You know what you're doing, Mr. Gilligan.
Damn!
You know.
There were shots in that movie that were so good, visually stunning, and sometimes just wow. In the apartment, you know, just the camera moving. We saw it in the trailer, and I found that it was a great shot, even in the trailer. But just the camera turning to the side, and we don't really know what's up and down in that shot. And this is just great. The shot up from above in the apartment with all the rooms, that's stunning. All the landscape shots of Albuquerque, that's just great. The gun when he's sighting.
I think that's one of my favorite shots of the movie with the gun. Oh man, that was great.
That was
really,
a great
really
movie.
Great.
I'm gonna watch it again. Maybe not now because we need to film some other
not
stuff.
now,
But
please.
I'm really happy they made it. I'm glad to see what happened to Jay. I mean, we could have guessed like, oh, he went to Alaska, but I think it's even nicer to get to see him have closure. You know, him being helped out by Skinny Pete and Badger, having Skinny Pete say, "You're my hero" and stuff. And it's like, it just establishes once again what the relationship was, and it puts, you know, the dots on the I's and stuff. We say that in French. I don't know what's the expression in English, but mettre les points sur les I, like we say, sorry. But having this flashback of Walter and Jesse when everything was all right, having once again that father-son relationship, or that teacher-student relationship, having closure with his parents, even though his parents are probably not gonna have their closure just yet, because they're gonna still look for him. You know, the police is still looking, so it's not over for them. But closure with Brock, learning that he's going back to Mexico, and he's gonna get his letter. So he's gonna get his closure with his mom and Jesse. He's gonna learn where Jesse went. Well, what happened to him? Yeah, I'm proud of these guys. They did a good job. I'm not disappointed. And it's not the fangirl speaking. It could be, but it's not just the fangirl speaking.
Okay, one more little bit.
It was a good movie. Of course, it's a good follow-up. Because, I mean, as a standalone movie, I don't know.
No, as a standalone, way more stuff would have been confusing if you didn't watch stuff. But, like Mr. Gilligan said, you don't watch El Camino without knowing what's happened in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, they did not take the time to explain anything, and I appreciate it, because holy shit, like, I was surprised when we, Netflix kind of bugs out here, like, it lags a little bit, and it lagged at the end of the movie, and I was like, ah, shit, so I went back, and I noticed that we were at the end of the movie, and I'm like, what? It's already over? It went by, like, really fast. The pacing was amazing. The acting is still really good. Holy shit, he pulls off Jesse so well. Aaron Paul did a tremendous job. Just like the tears sliding off after trying to kill Todd, and he's like just, oh, and I'm like, dude, you're so good. Alright. Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching this episode.
This movie
with us. Oh man, it's gonna be even harder to just withdraw from Breaking Bad.
Right, fanfictions, please, I need more fanfictions.
So keep it up. I don't know what
keep
to
it
say.
up. It's over. Breaking Bad's over now. There's nothing else apart from Better Call Saul, which we're watching right now. So
True.
Thank you guys so much for watching this movie with us. Yeah, that's it. If you like the movie, write it down. Talk about the movie with us down below. We'll be thrilled to talk theories, or I don't know, just enjoy the fact that we got to see a little more of Jesse Pinkman. So yeah, bitch, it's over for us.
Yeah,
So
science.
see you in another reaction.
Bye, guys.
Bye.